Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get her started. You ready, Brennan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome. Um, Hang on. I do feel like I can barely hear you. Can you turn yourself up at all?
Yeah, I can mess with some settings real quick.
Yeah, Brenden was kind of. We moved his interview up because someone had to cancel.
How's this
That's what.
sound?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Cool. Um, all right. Welcome everybody to another episode of XN Interviews. Joining me, I've got my co-host Jax, and this week our guest is Brenden McGuire. Some of you may have seen his YouTube videos. He's got a pretty cool one with symbiote Spider-Man in the, I believe it's the Abyss, right?
Yeah, I got a solo against him.
Nice. Okay. That's just your like practice run you were doing for the Abyss before you take your first path.
Well, I'm not using symbiote Spider-Man. I was just I knew the Carnage synergy was like really potent with the Fury buff that you get from the Special 2, and I wanted to see how crazy the damage was, and well, you saw I ended up soloing the Iron Man Infinity War and Abyss, so the damage is pretty insane. It was just like a kind of like a damage test. It wasn't like a practice run really.
Right on. Yeah. So when did you start playing MCoC, and how long after you started did you start your YouTube channel?
So I started in I believe it was May of 2019, and I started my YouTube channel I think 9 months ago. So there was a huge gap. I actually didn't. I wasn't even involved with the community that much until made my YouTube channel. Because then I made a Twitter and started interacting with people more.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's pretty much been the same with me. I didn't really do anything until like July. Like I joined the Twitter and really got involved with the community. So once you got involved with the community, what kind of input had you started receiving? Whether it was good or bad, and what kind of questions were you getting from the community about content?
Um, well, I actually didn't get much questions. The only questions I would get from my or was from my alliance members because I was a leader at the time. And the only reason I started my YouTube channel was because we moved over to Discord instead of Line, and you can no longer send videos that are like super huge through Discord. So I said, all right, well, I'll just make you guys some YouTube videos. So like someone would pull somebody, they'd be like, how to use this guy, and I'd make a video basically explaining how to use the character. And I used to do that just through Line, and then once I started, putting it on YouTube, I was like, hey, this is actually kind of fun and it could help more people. So I ended up just putting out random videos, but I don't really know if I got much input from anybody early on.
Okay, so who are some of your favorite uh, uh, characters to showcase?
Um, my favorite character in the game completely is Night Thrasher. I think he's like completely underrated, and I really like showcasing what he can do because not a lot of people know what he can do, and I think I have like 6 or 7 videos of him up on my channel. Um, Cosmic Ghost Rider is one of them. Everyone knows how good he is, though. But like I like to showcase underrated characters and show that like you don't need the beyond god tiers to progress through the game.
Right. That's kind of what your symbiote Spider-Man video is about. Like, I mean, you're showcasing the fact that you don't have to have these god tier champions to go into the abyss, but I mean, you're not going to be able to. It's not likely you're going to clear the entire path with those champions. Am I right?
Actually, I was talking with MSD before, and he thinks that Red Goblin, Symbiote Spider-Man, and Stealth Suit Spider-Man, plus 2 other characters that could fit a path, could actually work pretty decently for a path. It might not, or it's obviously not going to be as clean as like using Aegon and 3 other horsemen, but it'll work if you need it to. The only thing is you'd have to invest in a 5-star rank 5 Symbiote Spider-Man or a 6-star rank 2 Symbiote Spider-Man.
Okay. Um, so what kind of preparations are you taking for the Abyss, like before you go and take your first path?
So I'm just gonna go in every once in a while against that Iron Man Infinity War with Cosmic Ghost Rider and just try to practice getting it down. Um, I've never gotten the solo. The closest I've gotten was like 7%. So I just want to be able to get them down in like two, three shots and then finish them off with Falcon. But when it comes to preparation for my resources, I'm going to be grinding arena for units until I think it's like 2 weeks before, because once I start farming revives, they'll be put into my overflow, and they have 2 weeks to expire. So I plan on getting like I want to try to get 4,000 units, but I'm probably gonna end up around 3,500, and then for resources, I want at least like 80 revives and like 300, 350 potions.
Okay. So about how many units did you say you wanted? Sorry.
Uh, my initial goal was like 5,000, but I think I'm content with 3,500.
Okay. All right. Um, so with that being said, have you done all of your labyrinth paths?
I only did one initial path. I just don't see the benefit to fully exploring it when I could be doing other stuff like Act 7.1 100% or Abyss completion.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So have you done all of the variants?
I have done variant 6, 5, 100%, variant 4 initial completion, variant 3 100%, variant 2 initial completion, and I don't even know if I touched variant 1.
Yeah. Okay. um, is there a reason why you haven't touched variant one?
It's the oldest, most outdated rewards, and I hear it's kind of a slog to get through, and I'm not too bothered with it right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's it seems to have the everybody I've talked to seems to have the same opinion about variant one. Um,
Yeah.
but in your opinion, which variant did you like the most, and would you uh, what would you I'm trying to think of the word uh, not propose, but suggest to other people?
Um. So I had the most fun in variant 3. Surprisingly, I had my second 6 star I got was Sentinel. So for initial completion, I just powered through it with my 6 star rank one Sentinel, and then once I ended up exploring it, I used like a lot of characters that I didn't get to use that much before, like Iron Man Infinity War, some more Sentinel, and a couple other tech champs like Mysterio. But it, it made me appreciate some of my tech roster a little bit more, and I found that fun using those champs a lot.
Okay. Um, JX, you got any questions over there?
Yeah. So when did you first start playing? Like, when was the first time you started the contest?
The first time I actually started was it was the first Spider-Man movie. I can't remember, Far From Home, or no, Homecoming. It's Homecoming, because he came out in the game and I saw like an ad, so I downloaded it. I got the 3 star, and then I stopped playing, and then I actually picked it up in May 2019, and I already looked. I'm like, this game looks fun, and I logged in. I already had an account. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, I just picked up where I left off, and then I've been playing like basically 5, 6, 7 days a week ever since then.
That's awesome.
So, about how much time do you spend playing the game versus creating a video?
As of late, I I usually spend most of my time playing or making videos, because like if I'm playing the game, it's gonna be story content, and I want to try to stream story content, so it's just gonna be more stuff on YouTube. So basically, like almost whenever I'm on the game, I'm making some sort of content.
Okay. Um, so what do you think is the best content you have out there so far? What's gotten the most hits on your YouTube?
So it's one of my least favorite videos, but it's gotten I think almost 5,000 views now. It was Cosmic Ghost Rider. I stacked 4 Fury buffs before, or it was with a 4 star, and it was with a full synergy team and like a really finicky like you need the AI to play into you, and it wasn't that perfect. And the reason I don't like the video is because there's better rotations that are a lot faster that allows you to get that benefit, but people still click it right now. So I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of my least favorite videos now because I look back and it's like, well, I never use a synergy team with them anymore. It's not beneficial. It's super impractical. But you know,
Okay. So, what do you think is on the future horizon of your YouTube channel and or your content creation?
I still want to keep helping out people. I still always try to do guides for people when they ask for it. So I don't think that's ever gonna go away. I want to get more consistent with streaming. I want to try to aim for like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, same time every night. But being in being in college full time and also working full time, it's kind of hard to commit to something like that. So more consistent content is my plan, but just the same kind of stuff I do.
Right on. Um, so who is you? I think you said Night Thrasher is your favorite underrated champion.
Yep.
Okay. Who is your favorite overrated champion?
Well, I don't know if any of the characters I like are overrated, but like some people think he's overrated, and I like him a lot. Um, I'd have to pull up my roster to see because I just rank up who I like, and probably Sunspot because he is a bit overrated in my opinion.
Okay. Who's your most used champion?
Most used is Cosmic Ghost Rider. Ever since I pulled the 5-star, he's been on my team for like every single quest I've done. It's crazy.
Yeah. So why do you think Sunspot is overrated?
Um, he lacks a lot of utility. But I really like him because he's so easy to play. He doesn't have like a complex play style. It's just special one, charger heavy when you parry the opponent to get some of your flares. I think it's solar charges back, and he's got a ton of damage. He's got just enough utility to make him like useful, but he doesn't have all kinds of utility that people seem to think he has. Like the perfect block is nice, and the incinerate immunity is nice, but yeah, that's about it. His damage is awesome though.
Okay. Um. So, what team do you think you're gonna end up taking into the abyss your first time?
So I'm going to be using Cosmic Ghost Rider, Human Torch, Morningstar, Falcon, and the last champ I said was going to be Magneto, House of X, just for his pre-fight, but I'm bringing Man Thing along.
Man thing. Okay. What
Yep.
is there a reason for that?
Yeah, so Cosmic Ghost Rider is a synergy with Man Thing that allows Cosmic Ghost Rider to go unstoppable on heavy charge, which will allow me to do the aptitude rotation almost 95% of the time. Because normally you have to push them into the corner and then hope they hit into your block so you could parry them and then do the aptitude rotation. All I have to do is just get them in the corner and then start spamming heavies because I go unstoppable.
Hmm. Okay. That sounds pretty intense. Uh,
Yeah.
have you tried it out before?
Yes, I've been trying it out a lot. That's what allowed me to get really close to a solo on the Iron Man Infinity War in the Abyss with CGR.
Okay. And what is the aptitude rotation?
So the aptitude rotation's kind of modified in the Abyss because you need to deal with that armor up buff so they don't steal your power. So what I like to do is start the fight with 2 heavies, so you get 1 judgment from that. Then I do a 5-hit combo ending with a medium attack for the vigilance, and by then I'll have a special 1. So I throw the special 1, that will give me 2 more judgments with the unblockable and the cruelty, and then he'll throw a special 1. I'll dex, and that will trigger the damnation, which will rip off the armor up buff, so I don't have to worry about the power steal. And then I could just do, I believe it's medium, light, 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 medium, um, throw another special 1. Just try to get to 4 judgments before you want to start doing the aptitude rotation. But you want to make sure they're really low on power, so you can do a full 5-hit combo ending with a light attack, push them into the corner with that, and then you can just spam heavies. And once your damnation is up, if you didn't trigger aptitude in that judgment cycle, you could keep spamming heavies to build up more aptitudes. So you could get like 5 or 6 aptitudes if you tried.
Huh. Wow, that's pretty. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, Slayer. Let me know if I broke it down correctly.
um, yeah. So, JX, do you have any other questions?
Okay, so this is what champion would you buff in Contest Champions?
Which one would I buff? I think we talked about this the other night. Like full rework though, or just like a little.
Just your most wanted buff.
My most wanted buff. Um, I think I'd really like to see one for OG Hulk.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I have a lot of characters I want to see buff, but I think OG Hulk would be pretty awesome. And I'm not just saying that because I have him at 565.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely think he's due for a buff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for your buff. What is a champion you'd like to see added to the contest?
This is one that I know will never happen. But do you guys remember the homemade suit from Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Yeah.
I'd love to see a version of Spider-Man with that suit added to the game because I have some cool ideas on some mechanics that would make him very interesting, like kind of like a mission system like Corvus has.
Okay. So do you know what that suit's based off, right? It's based off the Scarlet Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So you still want that suit over the actual character it's based off of.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
just because you can make the like his rotation and his game, like his abilities really fit like this kind of like redemption kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you read any comics or anything like that? Do you watch the movies and stuff like that?
One second. Sorry.
Oh, good. Corvus is falling behind, bro. Dude, I just played Corvus for the first time, and he's amazing.
Yeah, I don't have I don't have a Corvus. No, you're fine.
I was getting a phone call.
I was gonna say you did explain the aptitude rotation adequately. By the way, great job. I'm gonna be quiet now.
All right. So what was my question?
So,
the phone call?
Do you read any of the Marvel comic books, or do you watch the movies? Are you up to date?
Don't shoot me, but I don't read the comics. I do watch the movies.
Okay. So you are up to date with the WandaVision and all that, though?
Kind of. I haven't watched it, but I know everything that happens because Twitter's a horrible place.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Right on. So what was one of your favorite movies or TV shows or moments that happened in the MCU?
I think Civil War was one of my favorite movies in the MCU.
Okay.
I think that movie was kind of underrated, and I liked how how Tony and Steve battled.
Oh, dude.
It was so deep because like you could see into it multiple ways, and like I think Civil War is gonna set up Phase 4 like perfectly. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna see that superheroes will need some sort of oversight.
Yeah, so I like that movie. Like, I love the movie, but like, I kind of don't like it just because it's based off the comics loosely. And you can already see in WandaVision, like the director Hayward is kind of not like in Wanda because she's a powered person who's not regulated. So for sure, like you said, the Civil War is gonna have impact on the future. So I really like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you said you didn't really read too much of the comics, and I believe you just became a friend to the society. What would you like to see start happening with that? I mean, are you? I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going. Sorry.
So like my goals with like being friends with the society.
Yeah.
I just want to help them out any way possible. Like if they want me to do some character designs, I'll do that. Like I might not know every single character, and it's very likely I won't know the character they asked me to design, but I'll do the proper research needed. And I did well, I'm not going to say the build I did because I don't think I'm supposed to do. I could send it to you guys because you guys are in there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all my research, and tried to make it as accurate to the comics as possible. So
Yeah. So
It-
is that your first build that you've ever done?
yeah, first build ever. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. So could you kind of take us behind how you how you went about doing it?
So first thing I did was I went on Google, searched up the character's name, and then I read like 3 different websites. Like so, I went to like Marvel.com, I think it's Fandom, and then I just started doing some research. I had a whole Word document filled with like notes. So I'd like find their powers and try to figure out what class that they're going to fit into, and that's like the first thing I wanted to assess. And then I'd start looking at the powers when it comes to class and see how that would fit into the game. So like I'll spoil a little bit. My character I designed is a mystic, and they are solely focused around placing buffs on people and nullifying it for damage.
All right. That
But
sounds
they have
pretty
a lot
neat.
of utility as well. Yeah, I'll send you the Word document I did.
Right on. So I was kind of worried about like how does one even go about adding numbers to a kit whenever you're building a character or something like that.
So what I just did is I kind of tried to compare like damage to other characters that are in the game. So I try to focus my build around a certain rank, which is I just chose a 5-star rank 5, and I try to look at other characters with those stats. I go to antmay.com.
Yep.
And I basically just look and see what's typical for the class or for each champ at that rank. I mean.
Okay. Cool. JX, do you have anything else?
Yeah, well, yeah, you took my. I was gonna talk about the future of society.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, that was really cool. Yeah, I really like your buff. If anyone's curious, man, you definitely should check out once it's available. Did an awesome job. Definitely some cool stuff coming out from the society coming soon.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Slayer says Man Thing. Is there anything we should know about Man Thing?
Man Thing is the best Mystic champ in the game.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to say bold statement.
No, he's my favorite Mystic character in the game, and he's become like a huge thing on my streams. Like I make all kinds of jokes about playing with my Man Thing.
Okay. All right. So, is anybody got any questions in chat? Slayer said, "What's your favorite color?"
Black. I don't even know if that counts as a color though.
Hey, I want to know. I got one question for you. What does Slayer look like?
So this is a really hard thing to answer because he's got this big like glass bowl around his head, and you could see through his skin and his muscles. So it's just like a big skeleton head, and there's like fire inside that like fish bowl.
Oh, okay.
So like yeah, that's what he looks like.
Right. It's kind of like his profile picture. Is what it looks like.
It's close, but I wouldn't say that's too accurate.
Right. It's just like it's a little uglier than that.
No, I think it's actually a bit hotter, but
JX, if you use your chat, have anything, or do you have anybody in your chat?
Yeah, actually, all my chat's actually for the first time in the Discord server, which is awesome.
All right.
yeah. I see a couple questions.
Okay.
Read them off, man.
Go for it.
Slayer said why I decided to start making content. I think I covered this a bit earlier, but once my alliance moved to Discord, which is something that I really wanted to do because Line sucks.
Yep.
The only thing I couldn't do was send videos, so I decided to make guides on YouTube and try to polish them up a little bit more, which my first ones were pretty bad, but I feel like they get better as time goes on because you learn from your mistakes. But yeah, I think that was what really got me going. And then, I mean, obviously there's 30 people in Alliance, and I have more than 30 subs on YouTube, so other people are enjoying it too, I hope.
Right. So I've got a question. What was what was the best video that you feel that you've did, and what was the worst video that you feel that you've did?
The best video I think I'll start with the worst because I know for sure what the worst is. I have to look at all my videos to figure out the best. The worst was Magneto House of X before and after his buff because it was like terrible quality. I rushed it out, and for some reason it got a decent amount of views. So I was kind of bummed because people saw that video and they probably would, stay away from my channel after seeing it. I mean, it wasn't like horrible. It's just it wasn't like it's something I wouldn't put out now, if that makes sense. I felt like it was too rushed.
Okay. So, who's your favorite YouTuber and or the YouTuber you are most inspired by?
My favorite YouTuber is Slayer of Gods.
Okay.
Bro, quit that.
I mean, real talk. Before I made my YouTube channel, I didn't watch much YouTube at all. Like, I only watched Seaton, and I don't think there's much of an inspiration behind him because he's his own guy, and like, he just like plugs in his phone, records a video, and it's so like fluid for him. Like, he can just record a video in one sitting. I can't do that too well, so I don't know. I don't really know if I had an inspiration from anybody, but yeah. I mean, Slayer is like my favorite YouTuber right now because he's just a funny guy. Love that dude.
Right on. I don't think I'm gonna ask that question, Shadow Math King.
Wait, where was that question at?
All right. Well, what is your top 3 female characters? I'll ask that.
Yeah, there you go.
Top 3 female characters?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tigra, Sorcerer Supreme, and Morningstar maybe.
Yeah, dude. Morningstar definitely has the best ass in contest for sure.
Oh, so that's the question you guys wanted to know.
Yeah.
Captain America, then, if we're rating asses.
Yeah, well, obviously that's America's ass. But yeah, dude. I think who are the hottest babies in MCoC?
Yeah, I'm not asking that.
Babies? Nah, bro.
Whoa.
There aren't even babies in oh, babes. Babes. But if we're all out of serious questions, I think that's it, man. I want to thank you for coming by, dude, and talking with me.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So that's it. Then we'll go ahead and wrap her up. Jax, do you have anything?
Nah, man, that's all my notes.
Okay, cool. All right, I want to thank everybody for coming out on this short episode on a Sunday. And have a good night.
You too, man.
Thanks for coming by, everyone.